Greetings, Brian Keeler here. I'm in the midst of doing a Alla Prima portrait. That means at the first, and it's a one-sitting portrait. And I'm doing it on a tinted ground and break it down into light and dark shapes here. I'm at the stage here now where I'm going to build up the highlights on the light side that have a nice shadow effect here from the spotlight, and it's casting the shadow right down across here like this. And there's some nice secondary light coming in right here from, there's a window to my right, and it's creating these nice secondary lights in here. So I'm using a cool color in there, and if you come down to my palette here, I'll show you, I'm just mixing up this cool color, a little bit of white and a little bit of, it doesn't matter which blue, just using ultramarine blue here, and a little bit of black to get kind of a low intensity cool color. And I'm going to go back up to the portrait here again, and it's a little softer now than it was when I started. It's late in the afternoon and the light's getting less bright, but it's creating a nice effect here on Woody, the model that's sitting for me here. And got quite a bit of work to do, but I've got the basic structure, and right now it's a nice thing because he's smiling a little bit, and I want to kind of seize that when it happens, and part of it is getting that his cheek here, and over here on this side too, and his beard and mustache kind of covers up his mouth, but it's kind of suggested in here. That's part of the thing with a portrait, is kind of capturing the spirit, and Woody's a great model, great character here. But what I was going to do originally, and I'll just do that here a little bit now, is a clean brush for this, is to pop in some of the highlights. And if you'll come down to my palette here again, I'm going to mix up a color here. I'm putting white, a little bit of cadmium yellow in, and I put a little bit of Naples yellow in there, and I think that's about the right value and the right color. I'm going to go back to the model now, back to the portrait here, and so what I'm going to do is it's called modeling, of developing the form. It's sort of like a sculptor rounding out the form, and like right here has on his cheekbone, and then down here on his cheek too, and right here, that area too, sort of popping the highlights in, and on the nose, and over here at the ear, I had his ear too wide, his head too wide, so I've carved it in, but the light's coming from above, so the light's hitting right here, and then down through here like this. And I'll just do one more thing here, is putting on some highlights on the side of the beard here as it comes down. Always have to be comparing light against dark, and the beard, or the sideburns here, are mostly dark coming across, and they kind of come out around here like that. And the thing is to soften edges. They say hard edges are the enemy of realist painting, and so generally we want to soften edges, especially at areas like this right here, between the borderline between the skin tones and the sideburns there. And this is another area that I'll need to soften, where it goes from the shadow to the light, and I'm using, like I often said in these videos, sort of short, choppy strokes to do the blending rather than overly dark. Okay, I think that's about all I'll do for now. So thanks so much for your attention.